A wide grip bench press is an awesome variation for those looking to improve their bench press and focus on building your weak points. Technically, wide grip bench is simply a wider grip than your conventional bench grip. It doesn't necessarily need to be on the outside rings. Because of the wider grip, you want to make sure you're touching higher on the chest while still maintaining a proper elbow position. If you touch too low, you're going to put excess strain on your elbows, wrists, and shoulders. Your forearms should be vertical at all times to ensure you're doing this correctly. Let's get into the pros and cons of the wide grip bench press and how you can use it in your training to build more muscle and strength. The main pros to this style of bench press is that it will allow most people to bench more weight depending on your structure. This will allow you to get stronger and increase muscle mass through your chest and shoulders due to the nature of the wider grip. By using the wider grip, you'll get some variation, which is important for long-term muscle and strength gains. If you're trying to build up your chest musculature and you rarely feel it working much on your regular grip, the wide grip will ensure you're stressing the chest to a much higher extent, which will allow you to build them up. I just started doing wide grip the other day and I could feel how sore my chest is almost immediately. And I normally use more of a medium grip at all times, and I don't really feel my chest working while doing that, so as soon as I switched to that wider grip, automatically started working the chest more. There you go. The first main con that I can think of is that by using this wider grip, if you're someone that has a shoulder issue, this might leave you predisposed to injury down the road. This is why it's important to touch high on the chest and make sure to tuck your elbows just enough so you don't tear your pec in half. It can and will happen after all. The other negative of the wide grip bench press is that it forces you to change your form slightly, so you'll probably have to drop the weight back a little until you get used to the form. However, over time, you'll build strength and muscle just like all variations do. If you're doing this right, you'll return to your conventional grip after a couple of months and you should notice an improvement in your main bench grip. Try out the wide grip if you need some variation in your training, or especially if your chest and anterior delts are a weak point. If you have prior shoulder injuries, make sure you're doing this correctly and start with the lighter weight that you normally work with so you can build your technique before adding more weight. This is important for everybody. You don't want to be jumping into a new exercise when you should be making sure that your form's correct, making sure that everything's locked in. If you just go in, you add a bunch of weight, you're gonna get injured. It happens so many times, don't fuck it up. Thanks for watching, guys. If you made it till the end of the video, let me know what your favorite bench variation is for building the chest. For me, it's the incline bench press, and I have not done this for a very long time, so I'm really excited to start working it into my training again. Also, drop a comment down below on what video you want to see next. I'm really looking forward to hearing what you guys have to say, and you get a lot of value out of this video. If you did, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything. Thank you all for watching. Stay safe out there.